In this lecture, I will discuss how we can evaluate normality of multiple regression. Let me get my data file. My data file is in D drive and it's called US crime data. It's a DTA file and now I get my data. Here are my variables and then the data editor browser gives my data. I will save results in the already created log file. Log using, again, this file is in D drive. Its name is US crime results. It's a text file. Since I would like to save my results in this existing file, I will have to write append. All my calculations of this lecture will be written in my existing file. I will now explain how to do normality test in Stata. Please note that in multiple regression, it's a test of the normal distribution of disturbance term or error term or residual rather than the normality of individual variables. We have two types of normality test, graphic and formal. The following two steps are involved before we run these tests. We need to first estimate our regression equation. So our dependent variable is murder and then violent, urban, white, high school, poverty. These are our independent variables. Now here you can see that we get regression models output. The second step is to predict residuals. Predict. Now for residuals I write R, you can write RS, RE. So it's up to you. So I use the letter R for residuals. Now you would observe that the predicted R has appeared here. And if you go to data editor, you will find that there is a variable, new variable R along with other dependent and independent variables. Now, let's first run graphic commands for testing normality of our residuals. The first test where we can combine histogram and k-density test. Histogram R, then we say k-density normal, and we get our histogram. Now you may see from this graph that this is your k-density function, and you will say that look, here it's moving upwards this side, and then again there is a skewness as well. Therefore, we can conclude that our residuals are not normally distributed. Two more graphical tests are p-norm. Now here these points should have been moving along with this line. However, they are not doing so. Therefore, your conclusion should be that our residuals are not normally distributed. Then QQ plots. So we write Q norm R, and then this also indicates the same thing as we found in the case of P norm. Now we can also use two formal tests. One is a Shapiro will test. The command is SWILK, and what you find is that the test for normality is rejected because p-value is less than 0.05. If it were more than 0.05, we could have concluded that our residuals are normally distributed. One more formal test is White's test. So the command is White TST. And again, you find that p-value is highly significant. Therefore, the normality test is rejected. And we conclude that the hypothesis that our residuals are not normally distributed is accepted. Thank you very much.